Yes, I'm so happy for all of you to be here. Hello! Oh my god, it's been forever. It's been so long, and honestly, well, I do like long. But no, but seriously though, I'm so happy to be here because, admittedly speaking, it's been an incredibly long time since I've uploaded anything, since I have, dropped something for all of you to watch. But I think it's because I'm trying to sort of refine what it is that I'm doing and what I'm explaining. I mentioned before what this channel is about. For those of you who do not know, perhaps watching this perhaps first video, it is a channel where I simply talk about the occult and everything that's in it, okay? I'm a person that studies those things, that believes in those things to a certain extent, and theorizes about certain things that other people either believe in or practice in certain manners as to why they may work according to my own opinions and observations, and also as to the why. And I think it's important for those of us who are, I believe, outside of the practitioner community to an extent, because I have practiced certain things before. I think it's important for me, for someone on the outside, to sort of dive in and to see from the outside perspective and to bring different ideas and opinions to the fold in order to better explain or to come to some sort of an agreement or an understanding as to what the occult truly is with a specific practice. For those of you who do not know what the occult is simply, well, as an occultist, but the occult is simply anything that is, I believed, held in some sort of secrecy, but it mostly deals with things like the supernatural, the metaphysical, things like magic, things that are a bit more secretive, things that are, I believe, what's labeled as a darker aspect of our current life. There is a certain definition, but I'm sort of struggling to come up with it because it sort of envelops, or I believe incorporates, a large amount of things. But generally speaking, whenever someone mentions that they study the occult, like myself, I am an occultist technically. It's simply a person that believes in magic, or I believe in the understanding of magic and the supernatural and everything that sort of coincides with those sort of things. But the purpose of this video, I think, is to sort of try something a bit different. So I believe what is important is that we are a bit open-minded about these certain things, about these topics I'm going to bring up. And I think what's important to understand is, though I myself am an occultist technically, um, a seeker by certain understandings, I'm still sort of figuring things out in the whole larger scope. I see things from an analytical, perhaps a logical point of view in regards to things like magic, or how practices, I think, can, should be, or could work in certain areas of a person's life. Now, I by no mean to offend anyone that holds true to these certain beliefs or these thought processes. Whether you believe in certain gods, deities, whether you practice certain things, the type of magics you are using, your interpretation of what is believed or perceived as spirits, things like energies, how you incorporate them, things like crystals, light working, all of those things. This is simply a way for me to communicate with you my certain thoughts on the matters, the things that I've observed, things that I have seen and personally felt and experienced, or perhaps experimented with in certain aspects. Now, there are certain things in comments, and I will even bring up sources or belief citations to, I believe, if it is absolutely necessary, cement, or I believe further push forward my ideas. I've read books on certain matters, and I'm still reading on certain books. I've read books from Jason Miller. I'm on a book right now by Taylor Elwood. And I'm sort of, dabbling into some other things as well. So this is something that is quite fascinating to my person. And I believe as though it is important for me, though I try to, bring things in a light-hearted mood and a bit of a jest. These are matters that I believe do mean something to me specifically. And some of it can stem through where I perhaps grew up, my upcomings and bringings and things of that nature, as well as my, more corporeal form in this world. I guess the history that this body has gone through here. I am essentially, a being of two spirits, or two different sides, as to speak. And I believe it's important to sort of bring these ideas to light and these sort of different viewpoints, and as to why I do these sort of things. So, if you are curious, please stay tuned.